Szanowni
Dear colleagues, we continue our working day now. We will begin the press briefing with Colonel Andriy Lysenko, who is a spokesperson of ATO. Good afternoon, dear colleagues. Terrorists continue committing provocational attacks upon Ukrainian armed forces. They use small arms, mortars, and artillery and Grad system. It's not quiet near Donetsk, Luhansk, and Mariupol. During the day, we lost 4 Ukrainian soldiers, heroes. Well, 8 got wounded. I would like to remind you that recently, because of ceasefire, losses of Ukrainian armed forces are reduced. But in case there is a danger for the life of our soldiers, our military men act adequately and fight back to provocations of the terrorists. I have to say that activization of provocations of terrorists takes place right after they receive humanitarian convoys from Russia. And yesterday there was Ukrainian border of Ukraine was passed by the 11th humanitarian convoy, and it had 124 trucks. According to operational information, there are more cases that terrorists use drones. Last day, we observed 8 drones over Denizhnikove, Щербак, Pantelemonivka, Счастье, Chmirivka, Kramatorska, and Glinka. In the second part of the day, border guards of border crossing point Chongar and Blagovichenko in the Bryansk unit and the Chervony Chaban and Kherson unit, they observed 4 helicopters that flew along the administrative border with Crimea. There is our border guards continue working on fighting terrorists who are trying to get out of ATO. Yesterday, in Donetsk region, entering from the territory which is under the control of bandits, they arrested a citizen of Ukraine who was trying to cross the border, across the checkpoint to Konstantinivka in a small bus Donetsk-Vuhledar. And he has a credential ID of Donsk troops, and they participate in bandits activity in the east of Ukraine. Also in the checkpoint of Mykolaiivka in Donetsk region, border guards arrested one more citizen of Ukraine in the bus, Oleg Artemivsk. During the conversation, an interview, he told that he was fighting in terrorist organization DNR in the group of Motorola, and he was wounded. That citizen was arrested, and he is now in police. Ukrainian border guards continue events to strengthen the control over movement of cargoes and goods through checkpoints in ATO. In Kurakhove, they arrested 5 trucks with more than 155 tons of coal because those trucks didn't have documents for that coal. In addition to that, our emergency groups, they find explosive devices of terrorists and weapons of terrorists. And since the beginning of that work, our units of state border of emergency, they found 31,937 units of explosive devices. The leadership of Crimea is failing to provide necessary things for the population of Crimea. Despite all illegal support from Russia, the leadership of Crimea cannot do everything to finish the transitional period for Crimea and Sevastopol. And that was supposed to take place by the 1st of January 2015. Because of that, the leader of the group that controls the power in Crimea, Aksyonov, he asked the leadership of Russian Federation to extend the transitional period for 1 year. At the same time, the fact of annexation of Crimea split Russian society. Former advisor to Russian President Putin on economic issues, Andriy told that among Russian intelligentsia, intellectuals, they believe that Crimea was annexed, violating all the international laws. Since yesterday, the Press Center of Anti-Terrorist Operation in Kramatorsk-Donetsk region started to issue press cards for two journalists in ATO area. So on the slide, you see how it looks. Press card gives the right to representatives of mass media to use their job, to do their job in ATO area and on the territory of Ukrainian units, military units, and representatives of mass media should be accredited before receiving that card. They should be accredited in the security service of Ukraine and they must call the ATO press center and using this phone 098-671-3040. The way how to use that card, journalists can get all the information on the website of the Ministry of Defense and www.gov.ua. We continue to improve the capability of Ukrainian army. The military maintenance services, they continue to repair and equipment for ATO. And one of the professionals in Rivno, they work on that. Also, military units, they support sending that equipment using different transportation means. Ukraine will always remember its heroes by the decree of the President of Ukraine since November 14, 2014, Deputy Commander of Intelligence Group of Special Force, Senior Sergeant Shershen was awarded for bravery, and he died during the search mission for the pilot. The plane of the aircraft of whom was shot down by terrorists. And during there was a battle, and this hero died, and he destroyed several bandits. And the President of Ukraine, Petro Poroshenko, yesterday visited the family of a participant of ATO. Sochin Sintim Mykolaizyuk and in Ivano-Frankivsk region. On the 27th of July, during his mission not far from Lysenko, he got under mortar shelling and he was wounded in his legs. The president thanked his family and him for bravery during defending Ukraine and congratulated the family with Christmas. We continue rotation of Ukrainian soldiers from ATO. About 400 soldiers and paratroopers from Lviv, they went back to ATO. For every one of them, for some of them it's the second, and for some it's the third time they go to ATO. On January, in the beginning of the January, Kharkiv received Slobozhan Brigade of National Guards of Ukraine. The heroes were received by families and friends. That's it. That's all information. Your questions, please. Do you have information about shelling upon checkpoint of Militinsk in Luhansk region? There is information. We don't have information about guerrillas and the results of the activity. We know that there are guerrillas in that region, and they do very dangerous job. They are our patriots who are not indifferent, and in the rear of the enemy, they stand for they fight for Ukraine, and they are quite active. One more question. There is more shell upon Donetsk since yesterday. Do you have more information? What's going on there? Shelling went up in all ATO area. That's why if you speak, we cannot say that it's only in Donetsk because they shell, as you see, all over the line, separation line. This is a result. This is the proof of that this proves that so-called humanitarian convoy arrived. As to, I would like to find out about rotation plans. How many people are you planning to replace, and when there will be the fourth wave of rotation? No, it's not rotation. It's mobilization, and it is planned to enlist, and also those who have experience of military service. They could serve, and they can sign a contract with the Ministry of Defense. We don't demonstrate schedules of rotations. There's a plan, and every agency, military agency, has that. I mean, National Guards, Border Guards, and land forces. And according to the tasks and missions of their missions and tasks, they develop their schedules. There is a regular rotation, and our soldiers are replaced, and they can rest, they can get better, they can see their families, and then they can come back to the front line. That's why everything which is taking place, it's according to the plan. All are replaced who are on the front line, but there is a schedule for that. I wanted to ask about restriction of movement of people and cargos from Mariupol. I was in Mariupol, and I saw that from the bus station, buses go to Donetsk every 15 minutes, since 6 o'clock in the morning until 7 at night. Many people are moving. They sell tickets, people are there, cargos are there. Instead to Novozovsk. Not less than 3 regular buses go to Novozovsk. I wanted to ask them, is there any restriction for movement of people and goods and cargoes from Mariupol or not? The main restriction is that it's important that there is no weapons trafficking. And it's important that all the people have documents, their own IDs. If everything is fine, and if, according to the law of Ukraine, nobody is arrested and the people can travel quite freely. As to the press card, you told that we can get it in Kramatorsk in the press center, so in Kiev, it's impossible to get that press card, so everything is done through Kramatorsk. Yes. In ATO press center in Kramatorsk, they will issue that press card. In Kiev, you just get accreditation in the security service of Ukraine, and after that, you take it and you go to Kramatorsk and get that press card for you to have a permission to move around the ATO area. That's the way it works. As soon as you receive, as you come to Kramatorsk, this on the same day you will get that card because there is no line there. And on the website there is an address of the press center. Yes, there is all information. There's phone numbers and there is a page. And on Facebook also you can contact them through Facebook. They will inform you how to get, how to reach, whom to meet, and where to get. So everything is transparent. All the information is there. Any question? If not, then see you tomorrow.